Good day. This, of course, is Gamer 1745. And it looks like things are working. Right. Right. I want to look up some stuff here while getting started. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Fogel. Let's see if that has the information I want. Let's see, maybe not. Hey, Martin, how you doing? I have a possible rant coming up here in a bit. And, I'm planning on ranting because I got really frustrated yesterday. I want to find out some information. Because it's not just not wanting to look like a fool, but there is an element of that, but there is also I just want to be factually right. There we go. Why didn't it come up with that? So I didn't type that in. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's it. Army Reserve. 22. Okay. Bit more than I thought. Yep, 22. Well, I'm doing all right. Hey, Frog Eyes, how you doing? Well, I was just looking up to see how many divisions were in the Belgian army. 22 approximately. I say approximately because it could go to 23 if you count group needed it. And there's a major, I don't know what the hell that is. It was listed as part of the Cavalry Corps of, along with 3 other divisions. So I don't know if that's just 10 guys on horse or something not quite a division, but like a brigade, but just called a group. I don't know. And Army Reserve had the 11th and the 16th Division here. Don't know how well properly equipped they were. In cavalry divisions, what are they? And again, I know what they are, but what are they for the Belgian army? And it doesn't have an OOB for them. So, yeah. So, I'm getting very frustrated with Hearts of Iron 4 right now. And it's partially maybe to do with some of the mods, particularly yesterday's was Gathering Storm. Okay, let's look for there we go. That's what I'm looking. That might give me an order of battle, might not. Okay, no date on this. Hello, Chrononite. How you doing? I'm doing a bit of research while I'm sitting here. Yeah, I know I could do this stuff before, but I want to be able to. Divisions. Yeah. Let's. The problem with list of divisions of the Royal Italian Army during World War II, I don't know that all these units were there at one time. Meaning, sometimes units are created later, or some are disbanded and are not there later. I'm looking for a particular complete order of battle at a particular date. Wonder if that will give it to me. Order of battle, or Italian Army, order of battle, 1939 to 1943. Right. Okay. Now, that covers their period in World War II, yes. But again, under details. Didn't see you on Twitch right now? I should be on Twitch. It says I'm live there now. Chrono Knight. Well, I should be on both. A clip there, is that not going to bring it up? Yeah, okay, that's where I was. Will be available online. Description. Yeah, I'll share this screen with you. Okay. Okay, Imperial War Museum. Cool. Like the Imperial War Museum, it's been many years since I was there. Am I just missing? Is this no media available online? So they have books. But this is in their collection. Object description: edited version of the Last Order of Battle that was published by U.S. Military Intelligence or Military Intelligence Services of the U.S. War Department, whatever. Are they just like not letting me look this up online? Come on, your freaking museum. No media. So what if I know you have it in your catalog somewhere in your museum? I want to be able to access this. I know people want to sell their books if it's a published book, though I have seen them. For some reason it's black now. Let me see. Come on back. Yeah, there we go. I should be here. Okay. Well, it is August. Okay. Then I probably have to reload this in, but what is it? No? Is that it? It doesn't like that. Okay. What's it doing to me now? Oh, now here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 5. Of course, 11 divisions. Okay, so right now we're at half strength compared to what they had. Hey, Scooter. Yep, Chrononite Scooter. Yeah, I know I'm sitting here silent. And then I'm going to have to restart and just reload in this. Exit to menu. Yeah, I know. Hey, Arno. How you doing today? Get ready for a bit of a rant, everyone. Hello, fellow armchair generals and World War II enthusiasts. This, of course, is Gamer 1745, and this is going to be a bit of a rant video. I was burping there for a second. Bit of a rant video before we get in, and before we make a actual play video here. About what I want in a game, and my expectations. And yes, I do understand the words I'm using. I just said game, and I don't mean this to be a simulation, but I still want the game to have strong roots in reality. Okay. So, when I want to play a grand strategy World War II game, what I want, now you players out there may want something entirely different. You can want what you want. What I want is a game in which I play a particular country, or possibly faction, it depends on the type of the game. But I play a country, and I can make realistic choices based on that country. This is what I want. I know some people, well, what if instead of being fascist, Italy went down the royalist faction? Oh, wait a minute, they did. They were royalist. Well, they went down communist faction, or something like that. Or what if they were a democracy? Or what if they were run by little green aliens? They want to play those kind of things. I'm talking about what if within the realities of the time. So, yes. And we can talk about bad jet modifiers, incompetent generals, and I'm not looking for super generals. Now, maybe if there is a particular competent general, we can fire an incompetent one and promote up another one, sure. But within the choices, make realistic choices. So try to look at their industrial capabilities and, come up, I could go less armor, more infantry, or push more effort into the armor and whatever. Make reasonable choices based on history, and then make plausible choices on actions. Like, do I invade Greece simply over the border of Albania, or do I plan a naval invasion into Athens or down here in the Peloponnese or some other thing? You know, do I invade from Rhodes to Crete on day one? You know, those are very possible things that Italy could have done. And this isn't like, well, what if Japan invaded Greece? Well, obviously they couldn't. They had no functional ability to invade something that far away. So be able to take reasonable choices. Now, okay, that's changing history. Fine, good. But I want to fight. This is stemming from Gathering Storm, maybe a bit more than, and I've talked to Uncharted. He really does want to do a historically based thing. So this isn't aimed at World Ablaze. I'm just going to be playing that here later. I want to be clear about that. I want to fight the Greek army and Air Force and Navy that they had in 1940, because that's when they sort of start the action. Well, Greece is a little bit later, I think. Is it 41, I think? But fight that Greek army. Fight the historical Greek army. Now, if I'm going to play as Greece, maybe I want to make changes to the historical Greek army. But I want, now, playing as Italy, I want Germany to take basically their historical actions. The Western Allies to take basically their actions. And then we just see how Italy stirs the pot. Italy changes it. This stems from a Let's Play, or a multiplayer game I was playing yesterday with a bunch of people. And I sent in a fairly heavy, and because it was multiplayer, I wasn't slowing down and micromanaging and setting everything up as well as I could have. But it got to be a World War I stalemate in here. And I actually let the Allies sort of get into this province, planning on trying to cut them off, and I couldn't retake it. And so there's something wrong. Now, maybe that's more that mod than everything to do with Hearts of Iron, but I've seen it in other Hearts of Iron stuff that are trying to make the game too much of a game and not enough of a historical simulation. Again, I'm not asking for an exact historical simulation. I'm asking for a, what I mean by game is in something that is just a challenge. You know, hey, well, if you make it too historical, Germany just kicks butt too easy and it's no fun. Well, it's supposed to be that Germany can kick France's ass. And this is one thing I've talked, I know, with Uncharted well about how I would make France get its ass kicked. And what I am more and more seeing with Paradox games is their battles take forever. Months to take this province. And the problem is, and this is the problem, is that the battles take too long for the mobility levels of action, because I should be able to look here and see, oh, there's 2 divisions here. Okay, I'm going to hit it with 6 divisions. And they shouldn't be able to bring in 6 more divisions from some well, whether it's over here in Brussels or just down here, before this battle is over, because that is too much movement. This is what's happening with this game. Way too much. Because they got rid of the delay between battles type of thing that they had in Hearts of Iron 3, because they attack a movement into enemy territory to disrupt your organization. So long as you have organization, you can move into battles instead of the delay. I think, I know this is now saying I think Hearts of Iron 3 is better than I do, and I'm really sort of upset that things are not stable enough, because I was almost thinking of playing that for you today instead. So it's the battle is too fluid for the time it takes to resolve the actions, is I guess the point. Now, yes, I do know of Stalingrad. Now, that's Stalingrad, and that's a city battle. Or now, Leningrad was just a siege. It wasn't so much, they weren't trying to assault it. They were just, hanging out here trying to starve it out. And so it takes years, especially since they're able to bring in food. And so definitely the Battle of Brussels, shall we say, should be much more than the Battle of this forest province. So it's stemming from several factors here. So I'm really, really frustrated right now with Hearts of Iron 4. Is this a... Yeah, okay. But we're going to continue this. This is going to be... we're going to continue this looking at World Ablaze today and onward. And I hope I am positively pleased by things. But that's what I want in a war game, is something that is historically likely, historically plausible, not a challenge that's interesting to play. Because it should be a challenge interesting to play, but because Paradox is so fucked up in its AI. Now, I know Uncharted is working to improve the AI, so that'll be interesting. We're going to see how this works out down here with this kind of stuff. But, yeah, love to hear. Post below what you want. Those in chat haven't really been chiming in, but what you want in a grand strategy game. I know this isn't turning out to be too much of a rant or just a frustrated talk. But yeah, that's what I want in a war game. All right, well, like I say, post below what you want in a grand strategy war game of World War II. Love to hear your input. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron. Okay, we're gonna now make a more regular episode here. Welcome back to El Duce's Italy in 1939, August. We are playing Fascist Italy. Now, let's see. These should be under severe supply already. I'm not sure. Let's move these guys over to the Yugoslavian border. We need to move them to Trieste for the moment. To Trieste. That way we hold these two provinces. They can take these for the moment. We don't have enough divisions over there. Part of it, this does stem from, we see these very large sub counts from Germany at this time. And of course, they've moved a German division down there. Not the worst thing in the world, that, but okay. Now, what we're going to also do, I saw over here, recruit more reserve divisions. We need to have 100,000 manpower at peace. Okay, so we're going to do this. That'll give 10, train 30 with infantry divisions. I am more and more disliking width on Hearts of Iron 4 and the way they do things with it. But that's another issue. See, what do we have here? 60, 70. Way too many submarines. How did Germany get all those submarines? That was my last week's rant against World Ablaze. And that goes to, if Germany could have made them, I think it would have been possible, not practical in 39, to have 100 plus submarines. Not practical, but possible. Now it would mean massive shifting of other resources around. But again, I don't want the AI to be doing things like that. As a human, if we deem the resources pool in the fused German ultimatum, I'm gonna need so many. There we go. Things like that sort of bother me, all those forces down there, but I'm just really frustrated with, as you can tell. If you watched the last episode, or the episode, the rant episode, I'm frustrated with Hearts of Iron 4 at the moment. I don't know what the Germans are doing. Not that I'm entirely thinking it's bad that they're deciding to reinforce down here. But are they going to have enough forces is what I'm worried about to deal with things. Okay, let's look at our production and where they have not enough tungsten, so I do want more. I know it was down. Yeah. Let's go for a second factory. Make sure it's Toronto is going to be my deployment location. I think I don't know if it was automatically there, but that is where I'm wanting it. Okay. Okay, improve Alpine line. Good, that's what I wanted to try to get before we went to war with France. We don't need the Gothic line. That is more of a German thing, actually, but radar adventures 35 days. Yugoslavia. Defend Bulgaria. Hmm. 70 days. 35 days. Infantry Modernization. Let's take a quick look here at our current state of weaponry. Let's do infantry, I think, next. We can do both if we wish to. Hello, Yagashira. I watched the map and I noticed many of your divisions were green. Yeah, that's one thing I don't necessarily do appropriate, but I guess I could do so now. Is train my divisions up as well as I could, or should. Just part of my troubles with parts of Iron 4 is their lack of supplies being a thing, and that this is going to use up equipment for training. And yeah, maybe well, hold on. You are where? You are... Okay, you're my invasion force. These guys were out in Spain, so they should be fairly well trained up. Experienced veterans, right. Oh yeah, daily dose of rounds from the US. Well, I hope it's fun. World Ablaze mod is an attempt to make a much more historical game. So it's like I say, an attempt. Oh, what? I want your stats. How do I get your stats? Okay, here we go. 2. War hero. Okay, well, we're gonna. So it's attempting to be historical. Is it? Not Thor, but it's attempting to be. Trying to not be as detailed as Black Ice. Also. So. Okay. Good advice, thank you. German Reich declared war on Poland. Naval treaty, right. Now, get back to this. Okay, let's select you. Can't be on me. I guess you're going to be in charge of our main fleet here. All battleships, I guess. All battle cruisers. Yeah, guess light ships. I already have a bunch of destroyers. What does this look like up here? Heavy cruisers, light cruisers. Good for going after some submarines. We're going to keep our area open to supply. Okay, let's create a new fleet. There we go, that looks like a good number to come up to here and join this group. Okay, so obviously I want to control everything in the Mediterranean. We're not going to be able to achieve that. Don't know why these... Okay, we have submarines and destroyers down here. I want to send you back to here. I don't think I need submarines down here. Or destroyers even. I'll send you to there. We get to place troops in Albania. Yes. We have currently 5 divisions here. Not enough to take Greece. I'm not worried about so much Yugoslavia at the moment. I did a study, and you lose more equipment in battle with untrained troops compared to regular troops with equipment. Okay, good to know, Frog Ice. Very good to know. See, I guess to some degree, I just feel equipment is precious, and I don't want to generally have it trained to a degree that is not useful. Okay, so let's stop this division. But if I shift click, will this just train the units, the green ones here? I hope. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it. And let's look over here. Yeah, these guys are trained, so we're going to stop that. These guys, yeah, let's stop and then shift click. Good to know. I did not know about the shift click. As you can tell, I don't know everything. I know I don't know everything. Okay, there we go. So I'm planning, like I was saying earlier, making some naval invasions. Okay, the Germans and the British are having fun in the Mediterranean. Okay, we have more stuff we can build. What do we not have enough of? Light tanks we don't have terribly much of, but we do have some. Let's look at our... Wish he just used an infantry symbol here. Why? Why? I know I have NATO things. I'm sorry. Just certain things bug the hell out of me. Because what the hell of it? What the hell is that division symbol? What is this? Is that supposed to be a pith helmet for tropical? Or is it... Yeah, I know. Gamer is weird. I'll accept that. More support. Okay, so we have the artillery here. Combat engineers, horse recon. Um, no, okay, we can't change all that. Manpower, good. Light infantry equipment, motorized, good. We have that. I do want to go into this with a reserve of equipment on all types, but maybe a bit much on support equipment. So, artillery we got lots of. We might need just more infantry equipment. There we go. How many division symbols do you want? I just want historical ones. So when I look at them, I can read them and see this is a cavalry division, this is a mountain division, this is an infantry division with an L, so it's light, but he's using it for colonial. Okay, black shirt division. Well, I only know that because that's there. It's an infantry division. So I want an armor symbol, and I want an infantry symbol if this is that. That's what I want. There's something I can read quickly and know what I'm looking at. I see this German helmet-ish thing with two lines going through it. I have no idea what that means. Yes, I get helmet is infantry of some sort, but beyond that, I don't know what the hell that is. Okay, Germany's pushing into Poland pretty well. Oh, certainly the Italian Navy could have. And we're definitely going to. Okay. Now, I want to move all of these up to there. Okay, so now we have let's all these destroyers here. Good. Let's give this guy a commander. No. I don't want him under him, so okay, Portugal seek to purchase Italian ships. guess we'll do that. Okay, this. Select. Soviet Union declare war on Poland. No, God, no. No. Open task force composition. Cancel. Create a new task force. All submarines. No, I fucking don't want you to be part of this unit. Okay. It's probably really fucking simple, but I just have the worst time with this. Trying to organize up. And I like the idea of, you know, being able to have some of the units all under the same admiral, some units that are out there, you know, dashing around the oceans looking for enemy ships, and other units holding back as like a strike force. You know, once you find them, then you dash out and go sink them, kind of thing. We'll do that. I do like that. Okay. Now, let's see if we can combine these. Put these under an admiral. There we go. Now, hopefully that is it for these destroyers. Okay. Now, this submarine here. Okay. You come over to here. You know, sometimes the thing I don't like is I don't necessarily want all of these guys assigned to all of the same area. Okay, now, do we have a submarine commander somewhere around here? Ironsides doesn't sound very... Spotter. Okay, you're going to be the submarine commander for here. Yeah, they needed to use their navy. More than just as a show of force. Okay, now that this is taking me so long, do we have it under this guy here? Right, that is not the right fucking guy. That's... Well, yeah, that's... Okay. Okay, but no, okay. No, okay, no, ships will be just... No, I don't want to destroy the fucking ships! This is gamer getting raged again. How the fuck? Merge the task forces, right. Okay, now, I want to start a new... I know I've been through this before. All submarines. No, I want to... Fucking... The theater to the right, okay. There we go. New Italian theater. I guess that'll do it. There we fucking go. Oh god, yeah. Like I say, it's probably something really simple, but it's just something that's not very intuitive for me. Are you sure you want to assign all task forces? No, no. I want to create a new thingy. Okay. Okay, yes. Did that do what I wanted to do? Right, okay, well. Okay, there we go. Now. Thank you, Frog Eyes. Oh, man, sometimes the simple tasks that they do in it's just so, for me, it's just so not intuitive. No, I really don't want. What is this? This is bomber. Yeah, we probably do that. New admiral down here, right? Yeah. Okay. So here we go. New admiral. There we go. There's our admiral here. You come down here and join this. Okay, now we have 27. You're going to go back over there. Destroyers. You've got 9 destroyers. Okay. Yeah, with this game, we're just putting them all together. Okay, we're going to want these guys to sort of protect here. These guys are going to go out and occupy there. The submarines are going to go out and try to cut off Malta and anything coming through here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. I want this bit of sea here to avoid. Try to avoid this region unless there is no other route. Okay, that's what I want it to do. Poland has capitulated. Great news. Now, of course, the geniuses here, which I guess we'd have to include, has specifically put this bit of thing in Tripoli. Well, whatever. I don't know. Supplying us here is probably better anyways. Just trying to get it away from activity there. Now, Okay, our air. We have close air support, naval bombers. Good. Let's try to put, let's go 40 fighters here. Now down here. Well, these guys are slowly building back up from our Spanish. Some modern fighters there. Okay, we have these guys here. 20 and 30. Yeah, move forward to there. Oh, what admiral are you under? Nobody. Okay, I don't need 4 random. Come back to there, I think. And submarines. Go to there. What? What's naval base? We're supporting German submarines, I guess. Soviet Union white peace. Okay. There we go. What? Currently en route from previous command. Oh, hell. We have 2 bases here. I guess you should move to the larger one. Where's that one? There we go. Japan proposes tripartite pact. Okay. Sounds like a concept we should get behind. Right. More fighters. Yep, more fighters. These we have are old and outdated. We also need more tactical bombers. Well, do we have? Yes, we do. That is where some of you are. Okay. You guys are all coming home. Coming home to Italy. Okay. More modern fighters. You come to here. You come up to there. I guess that will be it for down here. We're abandoning East Africa. Okay, let's look at your divisions. They're all trained, so let's stop this. Stop this. Stop that. Stop that. are 2 more divisions coming. Like I say, I want a reserve of equipment and whatnot, but I think... Hey, thanks for following the channel. Do appreciate it. I think we have enough equipment to raise some more units. Oh, we can train map 5. So we can't add any more units right now. How interesting. Okay. Well, let's see. We have an air base up here that can take 200 planes. These are naval bombers, okay. And let's go for some of these outdated fighters. Deploying. Hello, Rhaegar. How you doing? That will give us some air support for a naval operation down here. And we have, okay, let's look, we can be producing more. Okay, our fuel is full, so let's look at our trade and Venezuela. So we probably, okay, let's cut this in half. Again, we're full on oil. I know fairly soon we're going to get into things, but let's do another, or do a synthetic refinery here. Get that going. And what does our current radar tech look like? We have 38, so we have some radar ability. I think Sicily might be first order. Where else would you put a radar station if you're going to put just like one more? Most incompetent countries in World War II. Well, I wouldn't put Japan as incompetent. Japan just did not have the industrial capacity to fight the war that they were trying to fight. Because they wanted to screen. Because you can't use kindergarten. Sardinia? Sardinia? It does look pretty good, so let's stick another one there. Okay, now we're going to move these to the top because we sort of kind of want them fairly soon. There we go. And well, Japan's use of submarines was really bad, that's for sure. Their submarines weren't really bad. Japanese politicians were nearly on Italian levels. Well, Japanese politicians had very, very little power during the period. it was the army running the show. You know, armies may not make good political decisions, but okay, infantry modernization. Very good. Could do that. That's only 35 days. Friend Bulgaria. Romania war with Greece. We're saving that for later. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. We could use a couple more dockyards. Radar in Rome, that's maybe a good idea. I mean, radar everywhere is a decent idea, but... See, if I stick it out here, I'm a little too worried of giving a radar to the enemy. Because I don't know how well I'll be able to hold. Out there might have been a good inroads. I don't know. Okay, what? Recruit more reserve divisions. We're coming through on that. Well, Napoleon was born in Corsica, and we can't quite put one there. We do have one down here in Sicily, definitely to look. Sort of Malta in that area, and one now in Sardinia. Those are the air operation ranges. Okay, Italian Reserve Fleet. Okay, oh, we have to shift some of these guys. Well, these guys are the correct one. All the destroyers, there we go. Hello, Japanese person, how you doing today? Ah, no, we don't have any troops in Sardinia. That would be an excellent idea here. Thank you, Arno. Yeah. That's the invasion force there. This guy. We'll put him under this guy. Pronto, signore. I know. Attento. Yeah, no, we needed that. Well, we have radar down here, or we're going to once it's built. It's going to be down here, so I don't know. I'm hoping Germany takes France and we don't have to worry too much about this. Don't speak English. Skoshi Nihongo o Hanashimasu. Skoshi. Very little Japanese. I read it even worse. Yeah, very little. I don't know really. Ima Hearts of Iron Desu. I really don't remember very much of my Japanese from the Domo. Okay, new tanks. Well, I don't know about that. Okay, so now we have medium tanks to start building. Let's improve our light tanks. Yeah, we're not gonna. Getting through those, and we'll get to more of these. Well, now that we have infantry equipment, bonuses. Aluminum smelter. Okay. Excellent. We got our 10 reserve divisions. Where did they show up, or do they just show up once the war starts? Beat the Soviets? I don't know. We'll see. We're playing as Italy. So I don't know how much we're going to be fighting the Soviets. If we're controlling the Mediterranean, we might send some forces up to the Soviet Union. It's winter right now, so they're waiting for spring or summer to attack into here, I presume. Speed this up a little more. not very high. I know I talked about it last week. They had incompetent leadership, they had very poor equipment, and leadership at all levels, I would say, was incompetent. So the men did not have, if you just don't have confidence in your leaders, you're very reluctant to follow orders into dangerous situations. So, and when you don't have confidence in your equipment, that's also going to be another thing. So I don't fully blame the Italian soldier, as it were. He's part of the problem, shall we say, but not the full problem. Yes. Germany is a very good one. I play mostly Germany, but that's sort of why I'm playing Italy, just to do something different. But yeah, Germany is a good country to play. Okay. Okay, we're January 1940. Well, I hear you, Arno, but I'm really low on bombers right now, so I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not saying no, I'm saying I don't know at the moment. Submarine effort, research bonus submarine models. Okay, well, let's look at we can do some stuff here. Naval theorist. Well, maybe we should come here first. Military High Command. Okay, well, ground support. Sounds like a plan. Air defense. We don't need a... What is our current... Okay, we're doing fleet and being. So 10% fleet and being doctrine. And 5%. Okay, he would be the better naval theorist. No, this is World Ablaze mod. Are we more worried about British submarines, British capital ships? Well, we're using our capital ships against... Or naval air defense. Are they going to use air down in the Mediterranean? I'm going to go not so much. Let's try this. I know we'll use up a lot of our... Thanks, Arno. Yeah, you can hit the like button on YouTube. If you haven't already, you can follow me or subscribe on YouTube and follow me on Twitch. Punk, very good. Group A. Yeah, we'll spend the 50. This will get us political power up faster. let's make a save. Okay, I'm going to continue with the stream, but we're going to be ending the episode here. So please like, share, subscribe. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron. Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 with the World Ablaze mod. And of course, we're playing as Italy. It is currently February 1940. We're waiting for the Germans to be coming up in April, May? May, more likely May is, I'm going to guess this. I like the mod. It's not perfect. None is, but I like it better than most. Okay, it's trying to be very historical, the mod. My biggest complaint is it started with way too many German submarines. Or they had way too many, though. Okay, they're going after Norway and Denmark, so they've done the Weserbourg event. Okay, we're going to get this here. Now, we currently, I'm not saying we have enough, whatever is enough, but we currently have a bunch of light tanks, though we're not producing them terribly fast. 2.5 in a week seems awfully slow, but we're going to do this just to get better ones. I'm not improving the bombers right now just because oh, we got to do more coal and more aluminum now. Okay, let's go with nationalist Spain for aluminum and for coal. There we go. I'm not going to worry about the rubber at the moment. But right now we are, okay, we're +4 on tactical bombers, which isn't very comfortable. We're 5 now, but yeah, get more in there. Okay, we have another armored division. What we're calling an armored division. We're going to be landing 2 armor there. Facing a fair amount of armor here, including some Matilda tank divisions. So we're going to send you down to here. What the hell? Oh. Oh shit. No, stop. Come back. No. Oh, what the hell? Pause. Cancel orders. Okay. Come down to here. Yeah, I know we said to avoid this area, but can't you come through the straits here? Do that. Arrive to here. Okay, well, since we do have a lot of aluminum coming in, now from there to here. There we go. Don't want to go all the way around Africa, you fools. Attento. Sì, signore. Yeah, Italian armored cars are all right. Avanzate. Now let's yeah, the AB-41 is good. Alright, we have 2 more infantry divisions. Where do we put them? Pronto. We're going to go into his as a reserve to there. Well, the Germans have overperformed in Norway. There's a lot of divisions up there. Have somewhat underperformed in Denmark. And they're moving in. Yeah, they got Toy Jet already. He's either been bombed or surrendered. I'm not sure which. Okay, we're partially just been building up more political power. We got so low on it. Yes, we can do artillery mobilizations, or modernization, I should say. All right, now. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I am a little worried about convoys in Britain. Netherlands caves to the British. Are we able to recruit more divisions? Yes, we can now add units. Good. Nope, that's it, I guess. German pressure towards the Benelux, okay. They're coming after you, Arna. Luxembourg has capitulated. Okay, call to arms. Well, first let's look here. May 1940. Germany has called us to arms. That's one freaky truck. Entrenchment was good for Italy. Okay. Call to arms. Are we gonna... Yes, I guess we are going to. But before we do that... Okay, you come into here, all destroyers. You come to here. You, let's see, can we give you... Okay. Air combat controller, not the best person for the job, but whatever. Okay, you... Convoy raid down here. We're going to send our battleships in, and they're going to patrol down here. We're going to put our naval bombers up here. Our fighters go after any aircraft you see. Now here, you go after any ships you can find. You go after any aircraft you can see. Now here you're going to... and naval bomb, I think. Yeah, naval bomb out here. Go after enemy fighters. You guys ground attack here. So that we can push into Sardinia. Over here, go after aircraft. Go after enemy ground units. Now down here, we're going to hold on the defensive, but we will want to have... Yeah. We'll try to win the air war as best we can. Back over here with you guys. Now we're going to burn through oil fast, but still. Troll here. No, actually, no, you're gonna, never mind. You're gonna strike force here. I'm going to have you guys roll here. Now, these submarines are going to convoy raid here. You know, we said don't go there unless you need to, but you just got orders to go there. So you will hopefully go there. Right, okay. We're going to just be nice little Italians and sit in our fortifications here. Okay, stop all training. let's see what we can do to improve down here. Let's add another 40 of them. And another 60 fighters. Here, can go after anything flying. You come after anything oddsy. Hello, No Need. How you doing? It's ablaze at the moment here. We're going. Okay, so we are now at war with the Western Allies. Oh, well, okay. Actually, once we hit that, we will. But I wanted to get these guys sort of out operating. Okay. Netherlands capitulated. Okay. We will accept this. Yep, they're at war with us, so we can look at okay. Well, go invade. Oh, we also have to slow this way down. No, way down. Okay. Central Planning United Kingdom declares war in Libya. There was a Libya? I thought we were part of the Italian Empire. Okay. Shock and awe. Grand battle plan. Oh, I like that better. Well, they have a bunch of air up. Where's our air? We should have air up over here. No air? Come on. Okay, well, we can put close air support in also operation here. Yeah, sort of suspected they're gonna kick my butt with all those Matildas. Okay, well, since we do have naval domination, you're just actually going to, we're going to undo that and we're going to send you right there so you do shore bombardment. Because now when we attack here, they're getting, the South Africans are getting shore bombarded as well as invaded. Okay, these guys are ashore. So you go to LL Main and you two support that attack. Weights, whatever that means in these game terms. Will the Air Corps train? I'm not training the Air Corps at the moment here. I'll look at attack there. How'd they get back there so damn fast? Okay, I might go back and redo this. Okay, well, we're coming ashore here. Push into there. Now, these guys here come down to there. Belgium has capitulated. Well, we sunk. Those are what? Dutch subs? British subs? Matt, we're getting a lot of subs sinking. Support that attack because we want to cut off all those forces there. Okay, we're ashore. Let's send one armored division that way, one additional infantry division that way, while they get reorganized. They're escaping my trap. How are they allowed to escape my trap? They shouldn't have been able to move that fast out of there. You should walk in the open province, just expand. Yeah, now that they retreated from here, that is. Not a bad idea if I can ever click on all these things correctly. Okay, you take Alamein. Well, you guys get on trains, come down to here. Hello, Durnya, how you doing? Okay, they're going to immediately push me right back out. Yeah, because I don't have enough organization to do that. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. I forgot. Gotta delete all of these. Delete orders, yes. I keep forgetting to do that because now he gets to attack me. Okay, okay. Nope, 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 nope. Load game, load game. Is that far enough back? Ugh. Where do we go back further? Okay, now where are we here? Okay, we're still at peace. Good. Or basically so. Right. Germany's yet to come into there. Okay, well.
Pronto, signore. Avanzate. Pronto.
You come there. We need more forces. We also need to cut this off faster. Okay, and we also probably need to pin those forces. Okay, well, these guys here. We're going, since the Germans want to hang out, no, we want to come into here. Gonna hang out here. You guys are gonna get on trains and come over here.
Avanzate.
Okay.
Avanzate.
Okay, you're gonna get on trains and go there. Now, these guys are gonna come and patrol here. Okay, some more air power there. Now these worked out well. We know we're going to get called here. Hey, Harry! Didn't know the great Italian propaganda. There are no trains, just deserts. Ah, well, this game seems to say that there's trains out here because I can put units on trains and move them on trains. That's what I don't like about this game. Strategic movement should just be done by rail or whatever, but no. Okay, you are going to be anti. You're going to go after air. You're going to switch over to being anti-shipping, and you're anti-shipping by design. Okay, let's add another smallish squadron here to the anti-shipping role because it looks like there's going to be a lot of action there. Submarines, you come here and convoy raid. You're going to come out here and patrol. You're going to strike force here. You're going to do anti-shipping work here. And you're going to do ground attack to deal with them. I guess Central Italy anti-air. No, we did a little different last time. Northern Italy anti-air. Now here you're going to come at the air operations there. And anti-sea operations. Right, well, that looks a little better.
Formazione.
Well, you're gonna come down here. And so are you. And what's Harry been saying? Desert trains equals camels? Maybe. Hello, Gooseby. But don't know just how well developed the Chinese were when the Japanese attacked. I mean, it was such a fair show. Take over Russia. Well, we're going to wait for Germany to be able to take over Russia. I'm hoping to just get the Mediterranean for now. Okay. Hey, the Bear Jew, how you doing? Okay, yep. You're going after everybody down there.
Pronto. Attento.
What? Why did we... Forming the Western Roman Empire. Well, I don't know. I'm quite going that ambitious, but... be cut off from a lot of these possible sources of rubber very soon anyway, so we're going to do that, but I'm going to give it a will expire June 1. Okay, well, we're going to get a little more prepared this time. Central planning, Netherlands have capitulated. Okay, so they've got Arnos home. They're moving in. Now, here, yeah, Shakano. What Shakano we want to do? Yeah, breakthrough. Taking over Turkey. I don't know we're going to do that just yet. Greece is going to come first before Turkey. Belgium has capitulated. Good. Okay. Big ships. You're going to come here and be ready to bombard. Well, this is doing a whole lot better than I did for Germany. Okay, let's slow this up. Yeah, I don't know if I just sucked, or my forces sucked, or just the mod was sucking yesterday. Getting really frustrated yesterday with what was going on. Okay. Well. Okay, I think I'm going to save this before starting the war. And now we will accept this. We're going to launch that invasion. Here, we're going to keep these guys pinned, so we're going to attack.
Pronto.
Oh, we're not yet technically at war.
Comandi.
What? Aren't we at war now?
Sì, signore. Sì, signore. Attento. Pronto all'azione. Pronto.
Where did we? Don't know what Libya is doing. Okay.
Comandi.
Okay, here we go.
Avanzate.
There we go. This may pin them long enough for us to get ashore and cut them off. The whole idea is to cut these guys off without supplies. Let's take a look this time. Well, our aircraft are... Well, I took out a submarine. Inconclusive there. Inconclusive there. Okay, they're getting shore bombarded as well as invaded.
Formazione.
You come back there, hold the line. Hold the line.
Comandi. Formazione. Attento.
Okay, now here.
Pronto.
You come down to there.
Attento.
You support them. Okay, we're ashore this time already. Okay, good.
Pronto. Pronto.
Okay, delete your orders. Right, because I don't want you to continue to do that. Now we can push out effectively. Now we can invade here effectively. Okay,
Comandi.
you come there, you come there,
Pronto all'azione.
you attack there.
Comandi. Ordini.
Come on, get to there, 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 get to there. Or I should also have done the invasion command instead. Maybe, I guess.
Pronto all'azione. Sì, signore. Sì, signore. Attento.
Come on, get to there, get to there, get to there.
Pronto, signore.
Okay, you guys go to port site.
signore.
There, those guys are coming. Get to there already, motherfuckers. Oh,
Formazione.
attack. Okay, there we go. Oh, damn. Why are they surrendering so freaking fast? Oh, armor units, you come that way.
Pronto.
Infantry unit. Infantry unit.
Comandi.
Infantry unit.
Sì, signore. Pronto all'azione.
Okay, well,
Pronto, signore. Ordini. Pronto all'azione.
just delay them, just delay them. I know it wasn't long, but you delayed them a little bit.
Attento.
Attack across there at him to delay him.
Pronto all'azione. Pronto all'azione. Pronto all'azione. Avanzate. Formazione.
No, you wait here.
Sì, signore.
And you come down to there.
Comandi. Ordini. Pronto, signore.
Norway has capitulated. We've been looking at our little part of the world down there. But okay, so they've got Norway, they're pushing in. Oh, I did notice the Paris surrendering faster because they're Italians. Well, maybe. Well, we lost one seaplane, or one naval bomber. They took out 6 subs, 2 subs, lost enemy. Well, we lost more planes, they lost lots of subs. Lost even more subs. Lost a convoy. Yeah, they're really sort of hurting it. Okay.
Attento.
We move down to here.
Pronto
You
all'azione.
push into Cairo. Oh, what a...
Comandi.
Well, I don't know. We're holding there. They've got some divisions.
Ordini.
Now you got Port Said, take Suez, so we cut that port off. Is there any ports down here? Way down there, okay. Guess I can get supply that way. The point is to starve these guys. Artillery modernization, very good. Multi-purpose guns. Continued development of the L3. Have we already done all that? No. Oh, yeah, we've already done all that, so that's a waste. Waste to do that. do this one now would be a waste unless we wanted to come here, but yeah, well, either do it earlier or don't do it. Now get back to here. Do we attack here? They have not attacked us, but we could do our German friends a favor.
Attento. Pronto.
Not looking like we need these reserves, so let's send these guys via trains down to here.
Avanzate.
These guys here are going to join his corps and are going to come to Alexandria.
Ordini.
They're going to support that attack. Good.
Sì, signore.
Keep marching down to there. You come to there.
Pronto all'azione. Pronto,
Well,
signore.
let's attack them. They're still sort of weak.
Comandi.
Now let's see. Well, what do we have here? Okay, so let's move some old fighters in. We'll get some air superiority. We'll move in some of these nice close air support units. And I guess we can move in 30 medium bombers as well. Get them down here formed up and operating.
Formazione.
Okay, looks like we got them well locked in there.
Comandi.
Let's just support them. Oh hell.
Attento.
They're getting to retreat. Oh, you attack.
Pronto, signore.
You attack.
Avanzate.
I don't want them retreating and getting any organization back.
Pronto, signore.
There we go. Okay. Another good division.
Avanzate.
Come there. Okay, well, that worked out how I had envisioned it. Needed more forces. Did not send enough forces originally. Now we're burning up lots of oil. This happened about like I thought. No real movement there, but hopefully enough to just sort of annoy the French enough so that the Germans can keep moving.
Ordini. Pronto all'azione. Attento.
You come up this way. Okay, so, oh no, something was up for a second. Second armistice Compiègne. Okay, so there is now this sort of wacky thing that happened before. France, Vichy France. I don't know. Fight on Germany, I guess. I don't know. Oh, there it goes. More. Rudolph has France capitulated. That's just okay. That's just the territory that the British are still occupying. Very nice.
Formazione.
You join that attack. British attack Mirs Al Kabir already? Wow. Roosevelt says arsenal of democracy speech. Things are happening fast. Well, we lost a convoy. They lost 4 subs. They lost 9 subs. Germany lost a convoy. Okay, let's take a look here at the naval situation. I don't know why we had a convoy out here.
Pronto. Avanzate. Sì, signore.
Okay, reinforced division there. Good.
Ordini.
Now, we don't need that theorist. Extensive conscription. Got enough people. Whatever happened to 10 reserve divisions that were going to appear? They don't seem to have appeared. We'll do army reforms. That sounds nice. Oh, here they are. Deploy. Okay, here they are. There we go. Where do they show up? Oh, I guess we have to one day here. Okay, well. I like that if this works well.
Pronto all'azione.
Uh-oh. General falls ill.
Ordini. Avanzate. Attento.
Sounds like he's saying potato. Was he ordering lunch? Or is that an Italian term for grenade or something? Where are we getting our army? Our reserve divisions? Oh, here they are. Okay. Yeah, they were supposed to show up with very little equipment. Okay, just got their equipment. But nowhere I should. Well, yeah, we should send them off here. Let's put you on trains to here. And you're going to come down to here. We're transferring you to. So far, this battle has been going great for us. Ah. Amato, okay. Everybody wants to provide. Oh, they're gonna send me French equipment. Okay. Send me some French equipment. because we did have those 10 divisions really hit into some stuff here. We need more motorized. Don't know how much those divisions should have. Well, I don't know. Okay. Yeah.
Formazione.
Radios. We should have radios. Good idea.
Formazione. Avanzate.
I think you can go home. Stop. I don't know that you're using much fuel out there, but you can go home.
Comandi. Avanzate. Comandi.
Okay, well, we control the Suez now. Both sides. What have they been doing down here? I just left a few units to sort of guard the core down here. Is there aircraft still down here? No. Oh, maybe some. I don't know. Somebody's down there. Oh, Germany has some support aircraft down there, and Germany has some air superiority craft down there. Okay. I've abandoned the front, but Europe sent some units down there, air units.
Pronto.
Support that attack.
Comandi.
Well, maybe it's impatience, but I'm going to attack here and here to hopefully mess with them. Hungary wants to send us some heavy weapons. Very nice.
Attento.
Yes, potato, keep moving forward. Keep strong enough there so they keep pinned.
Pronto.
Well, Port Said looks like it'll be the next spot for these guys.
Attento. Pronto, signore.
you stay right where you are.
Formazione.
You guys walk up the Nile.
Comandi.
Prepare offensive. Japan demands French Indochina.
Comandi.
Yep, we're going after Matildas. Okay, so they've got their haven't gotten Lithuania yet. Let's try. I would befriend Bulgaria. Maybe that'll get them into the Axis a little quicker.
Pronto.
Well, what I should be doing? War support is down pretty hard, so let's do that. And construction. Why do we have so much consumer goods? War support, okay, maybe. Don't know why we're having so much consumer goods.
Pronto, signore. Avanzate.
You support the attack. Uh-oh, we're fighting up here. Okay, no, stop. Wait for reinforcements to come. Ace pilot promoted.
Attento.
Yes, potato. I prefer pizza, but you can have your potato. Okay,
Pronto. Sì, signore.
you support the attack there. Okay, well,
Attento. Formazione. Ordini. Pronto, signore. Pronto, signore. Formazione.
Come on, Germans. Stop just standing around looking pretty. Help me with the battle.
Pronto, signore.
Yeah, there they go. Well, I guess we'll leave that one division there.
Comandi.
Okay, well, we lost 5 submarines. 1 aircraft, but there are 3 in that battle. They lost 8 for 1 aircraft. We lost 1, they lost 1 sub. We lost 2. So we're still doing a little better than they are in victories and losses here, but we're battling it out over Malta.
Formazione. Pronto all'azione.
Yeah, it comes there, I think. What's going on down here? They're just still hanging out. Okay, well, good for them. Main thought for myself down here was just, hey, hang out as long as you can. Tie up as much troops for as little. Now we should be getting supplies down to here. Oh, I guess technically we don't control down here. Oh, bloody. Okay, 1 division here. Come down here.
Avanti.
You counterattack there.
Pronto all'azione.
Okay, well, now that you're there, you attack here. Falls ill, and you support that attack. Well, they've retreated from here, so we're going to keep pushing. Keep pushing. And... I like more breakthrough.
Attento.
Yep, that's what I was a little worried about. If we didn't maintain enough forces there.
Comandi. Avanzate.
Okay, stop. We'll wait till we get more reinforcements up there. Almost time to take Greece. Well, I want to secure all this first before going after Greece, because I want to do naval invasions, and I think I'm going to need a bunch of these units for that. So we're going to play this smart, Arno. Really, Germany, you got to defend against VC? Well, I guess I got all these troops here. Let's see about that. Let's select all these. Yeah, these guys, if they're going to come down here, we'll move them to there.
Comandi.
Let's move you guys over to here.
Avanzate.
And then we'll figure things out for Yugoslavia. Yeah. Well, I'm now realizing that we don't need to keep all of these forces here. And we'll get a little more prepared.
Attento.
No, you just come to here because they're coming to there.
All'azione.
You head up to Tel Aviv because you're doing well.
Pronto. Pronto. Sì, signore. Pronto. Avanzate. Pronto. Avanzate.
Yeah, you might think you get to cut off those troops, but
Formazione.
we're going to cut you off if you go there. Iceland has capitulated. Whoa, 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 did German invade Iceland? Oh no, it was England invading Iceland. Hello, Count Zero, how you doing? Hey Eric, how you doing today? No, I don't think it's better to take Malta first. Now, I did do a naval invasion from Rhodes right into Alexandria. So it was sort of a direct assault here.
Pronto all'azione. Pronto,
You
signore.
guys support that attack. Oh, and we need to now shift all of you over to there because we're now no longer defending, we're now operating over there. And we also got these guys down here. Are they up operating? Yes, good. So they're getting air support. Okay. The history of Iceland. In recent times. It was a possession of Denmark, along with was the Faroe Islands? Yeah, I think they were, but the this is Scottish, so as well as Greenland. Greenland is still a possession of Denmark. During World War II, Germany obviously takes over Denmark. Denmark sort of kind of says to the Icelanders, hey, if you sort of want to go independent, we're not going to kick up much of a fuss. So initially it's sort of occupied by Britain, and then taken over, the occupation is taken over by the Americans just to, you know, relieve the British from it. And then, yes, post-World War II, it's fully recognized as Iceland is its own independent country, which it still is. But that's a lot of BS. It really effing is. You can look on the Wikipedia page, it's been more than a year since I looked on it, about Iceland's arms. they have like 12 pistols, or maybe it's 24 pistols, 6 of these rifles, 5 of these rifles. They basically have a Coast Guard. I mean, a simple rescue type Coast Guard, and they have a few guns. I mean, like, rifles and pistols. They have no ability to defend themselves. Iceland doesn't. They cannot defend themselves. They are reliant entirely upon others for their national defense. Now, it's been more than a year ago, but I was talking, on Twitter, just on Twitter, with some. Why do I always do this? The Christians in Egypt. They have their own pope. Why do I blank on the name? God, I hate doing this. I know what it is. I'm blanking on it. Yeah. Copts. That's it. I hadn't even got there. The Coptic Christians in Egypt. I was talking to some of them, and they're all, like, a bunch of them were going, well, it's getting really, really bad for ourselves in Egypt. We want to move to, like, America. So I asked one of these cops, so you want to stop being a cop? You want to become an American? No. We're going to stay cops wherever we are. Okay. Why the do you think you should come to America if you're not going to be an American? This is what I hate about the modern left. I know you've triggered me now. I've triggered myself. This is what I hate about the modern left. This is what I hate about people from around the world. They want to come to America and still be cops. I like cops. I think Coptic Christians are cool. I don't dislike. This isn't phobic. This isn't an ist. I think Coptic Christians are cool. But why the hell do you want to come to America if you're going to stay cops? I'm not saying change your religion, because it's also a culture. It's not just a religion. It's a culture. It's not which church you go to. So my suggestion to them, if you want to come and become an American, great, come to America. I don't have a problem with people coming to America if they want to become Americans. But those, if you're Norwegian and you want to move to America but stay Norwegian, no, just stay in freaking Norway. That's your country. You want to become an American? Great, come to America. I suggested, well, why don't you just get your own country? And they're like, what? You can't do that? Why the hell not? The Jews wanted their own country. They went out and got it. They got some guns. They got a country. So, why don't the cops go get a country? And I thought at the time, and I think I even mentioned it, why don't they move to Iceland? See, if you were to just get, let's say, 4 big passenger ship type ships full of people, you can easily have like 2,000 people per ship. And there's hundreds of or millions of cops or whatever in Egypt, a few million cops. Just go get 4,000 or 5,000. Go get like 4 ships, 2,000 each, 8,000 people. Just get on cruise ships. And then, like not cruise ships, but passenger ships. Just get off of Iceland, just get off the coast of Iceland and start landing in Iceland. Iceland cannot stop you from landing there. They have no physical ability to stop you from landing. And yeah, they are sort of part of NATO because NATO likes to use, air bases out of Iceland. But, and so if you had a big fleet, if there was a big Russian fleet, the U.S. would probably do something about it. But you just have a bunch of passenger ship. You just show up and go, hi. And then you have some guns with you and go, we're in charge now. And, just keep importing cops. yeah, you Icelanders, if you want to stay, cool, but this is now North Coptia. Just take Iceland. I mean, it would literally be that easy. Now, I don't know how much spy information we have on them. If they started emailing each other, hey, we're all moving to Iceland, and it would get out and the U.S. might try to stop it. But, you know, just get some guns, take Iceland, because Iceland doesn't care enough to defend itself. They literally, you can look at the Wikipedia page, they literally have no armed forces. They have a freaking Coast Guard, and it lists there literally down to how many and what make of revolvers, because there's so few of them. And they have nothing to defend themselves with. And so, you know, that, or they can just go take it, you know, take part of Sudan. Just go down and take, you know, part of Sudan. What is Sudan going to do about it? The South Sudanese is now South Sudan, which is more down here, is its own independent country, mostly recognized by other people. Here is Somaliland, as separate from Somalia. Nobody really recognizes Somaliland. Now out here is Puntland that nobody recognized. Now Puntland was the people that were doing all the Somali pirates were from Puntland down here. But yeah, Somaliland prints its own currency. And it's stable. You as an American or European can go walk around Berbera here, the city, and not feel worried about attack. You know, you can wear an I Heart America shirt, and you know nobody's going to particularly attack you. You do that in Mogadishu. You do that in just about any other. Oh, Mogadishu's down here, right? Or no, this is Mogadishu. You do that in Mogadishu. Hell, there's a civil war raging down here. They'll kill any American on sight. You know, that isn't part of some occupation force. So yeah, you know, Somaliland is actually a functioning country where Somalia is not. So yeah, if you don't like the country that you're in, you know, being dominated by Arabs, Copts are not Arabs, just go get your own country. And yeah, you have to fight for it, but just go get your own country if you don't like where you are. How to capture America? Just annex Israel. I don't quite get that, Count Zero. Israel is not an American puppet.
Pronto, signore.
So, Israel is its own thing, and right now, the U.S. government is very anti-Israel. A few months ago, it was very pro-Israel, but right now it's very anti-Israel. The Democrats are in charge again. They don't like Jews.
Formazione.
So, yeah. Okay. Well, I think on all that bright note of a bit of a rant, we're going to end this episode. Not the live stream, but the episode. We're going to end it now. Thanks so much. See you next time. Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here, with my playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 with the World Ablaze mod. And before we continue with this, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and you can hit that like button, all those good things. Oh, Eric has a question. Did I miss the question? Let me scroll back up there. Well, I know he was working on some video editing. I don't know if he... Okay, got a gift for me, right? Yeah, I figure that I will be looking at, or he's going to send me. I'm going to look at sometime later. Probably going to like it a lot. Well, Greenland and Iceland are two different things. Greenland used to be green. That's one thing. Now it's icy. But there's almost nobody lives here, and it's still a possession of Denmark. Where, yeah, Iceland you know, the U.S. could take it, obviously, like what I was just saying. And I don't know how much the Icelanders would really care that much about it, but there's absolutely nothing they could do about it. But buying this, I don't know why Denmark has said no. Originally, it was Eisenhower or the Eisenhower administration, whether it was President Eisenhower, you know, the general who conquers Germany in World War II, whether it was his idea or his administration's idea. They sort of they floated the idea of buying Iceland from Denmark. The main reason they were looking at doing that at the time was flying transatlantic wasn't really yet much of a thing. I mean, obviously the Germans had started, at least, I mean, there had been transatlantic flights prior to it. Britain, you know, there's the Pan American flights. Germany had the Condor that could take off from Germany and land in New York City. But those were sort of specialty aircraft. A lot of aircraft had to fly through Iceland Greenland, sorry. They just didn't have the range. Now, with the modern jet age, we just fly over it. So that's sort of why the proposal fades fairly quickly. And now Trump wants to get it back. And everybody was so anti it just because they're all, we hate Orange Man. Orange Man bad. Whatever Orange Man says it's Tuesday. No, it must be Wednesday. Whatever Orange Man says is bad. I get you don't like the Orange Man. Fine, but not every single thing he does in the world is bad. A broken clock once a day, or actually twice a day, is correct, okay? So even if you hate Trump, once in a while he has to be correct, even if you hate him. Please, people, you have Trump derangement syndrome just because of that. I don't know what Iceland... I mean, sorry, I keep saying Iceland. What Denmark really thinks it could or should get out of Greenland for itself. Because, again, it cannot, you know, exercise control over it. It doesn't have enough naval or air forces or ground forces. Now, it does have a navy, an air force, and an army, unlike Iceland. Denmark does have those. But it doesn't have the ability to defend Greenland. It cannot even defend the waters like from Russian trawlers or Russian submarines under the ice or anything up in the north. And so if they're like thinking, oh my God, there might be oil up there someday and we could become rich. Well, you're going to have, you know, maybe not so much down here, but if you're looking up at the polar stuff, you know... I'm sorry, weak European countries, that's most of you. You live, your country continues to exist purely because America says it's all right, you get to exist. I mean, and that's not all, you know, Britain and France, they can defend themselves. Germany can defend themselves, yeah. But Denmark, the Netherlands... You know, Germany might just decide to, you know, do tank maneuvers again and accidentally invade Denmark and go, oh, or the Netherlands, and go, oh, sorry, yeah, I guess we'll just stay. I mean, you have no real ability to defend yourself. Now, I know NATO exists and they're part of it, and they do have armies, yes, but it's really because of America. Places like the Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, they even exist. Now, Sweden, it's strong enough to defend itself, more or less. You know, but a lot of the weak European countries, they only exist because the U.S. says they do. And then they all act like, oh my God, the U.S. is being bad. What? You only exist because we say you get to exist. Stop complaining about us. I want to see you enforce climate accords somewhere around the world.
Si, signore. Si, signore.
Oh yeah, that's the usual tank maneuver over here, where we stumble into the Netherlands or Denmark, and oh wow, Well, we're already, let's just annex that again. I mean, obviously I'm overstating it. The Netherlands is actually a reasonable sized army. Hello, Big Bone. Well, okay. Now, I don't know what... Okay. Well, why the hell was it maybe 10 years ago they were trying to sell half their artillery pieces, their modern artillery pieces, the Panzerhaubitze 2000. They go, hey, does anybody want to buy these? Can we sell them to somebody? I think they ended up renting a few to Canada to go, for Canada's operations in Afghanistan. They were literally trying to sell half their artillery pieces a few years ago for the Netherlands. And Norway, does Norway, for its size, well, Norway's huge. I mean, this is a bit of a, Mercator projection that distorts things. But Norway is pretty damn big. Now, it's pretty damn unlived in most parts of it. But, really, you really think you could keep Putin from taking just some bits and pieces of it if it wants to? Or its size, population size. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm not saying, yeah, but see, that's the point. Is... Sweden could organize itself up and invade and take Norway if it wanted to. Okay? Norway is not going to defend itself successfully against Sweden. Norway cannot defend its territorial, like fishing rights or if there's any oil up here or something, rights from anybody, like the North Sea oil here rights. Britain can come in and go, sorry, that's ours now. The British Royal Navy is going to patrol along here, and if you come out and mess with us, we're going to do airstrikes against you. Norway cannot defend itself. It just can't. It's because of the U.S. hegemony that we have over Western Europe, and I get that the Europeans resent the hell out of Americans because of it. And then they can complain that, well, we don't do climate accords. Yeah, Germany and your climate fucking accords. You go enforce those climate rules that you want on India or China. Okay, Germany, France, Britain, whoever wants climate freaking accords. Yeah, you just go make these people comply. I want to see you make these people in here comply to your climate regulation. Japan is all on board because they want a clean environment. Absolutely. But, yeah, you can't. And this is what I'm saying is the world power structure is set up, and a lot of it exists just because. Now, see, here's another example. Yugoslavia. Why did Yugoslavia ever exist? Okay? This is something that people don't seem to, and I'm not just talking about you in chat here, I'm just talking people in general. Don't fucking seem to understand. Why did Yugoslavia exist? Well, Serbia committed an act of terrorism and then killed millions upon millions of people in World War I. I mean, or that's the effect of it, not that they went out and did it. And for the rewarding of them, hey, thanks for following the channel. I do appreciate it. And rewarding them for being on the winning side in World War I, they got to form Yugoslavia. Now, Italy was also on the winning side, so it grabbed up Austrian territory. Austria, which was attacked at the beginning of World War I, which I take the real start of World War I is the killing of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo. That's what I take as the true start. Now, the big battles, they start in August. I forget, what is it? March or something? April? I forget when Franz Ferdinand was attacked. Now, it's 3-4 months later that the German everybody starts shooting, really war were properly declared. But and so Austria cannot be the Austrian Empire cannot be left to exist. So they want to diminish Austria. They want to diminish Hungary. Well, I think it's the Treaty of Trianon or something. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's sort of with Hungary that sets its borders up. That, you know, this is this. I'm over here. This here and this here is part of Czechoslovakia. And all this here, because Romania was on the winning side, it gets all of this territory, including bits of Russia over here, and part of this bit of Bulgaria here, because Bulgaria was on the losing side. So these borders were set by the winners of, you know, World War I. Okay, not because Serbia can properly control all this territory, but because the borders were set by the winners of World War I. And Italy supported that very much so, because it wanted to, you know, get its Austrian territories for itself. So yeah, it did the deal with Serbia and create Yugoslavia. Okay, well, come along to World War II. You start having countries, you know, Germany, who's now occupying. Austria wants to get back, sort of this little bit here. That's mostly German speaking, sort of like that. Italy, of course, wants a coastline along here, primarily. Not that it wouldn't take some more internal stuff, but really it wants the coastline. You know, it desperately wants that. Hungary wants back bits and pieces that are probably a bit more Hungarian, these kind of things here. Bulgaria would not so much want back, maybe occupied it at some time, but wants sort of these people that speak basically the language, my understanding, is Bulgarian. I mean, they call them Macedonians today, but they're really, I think, more Bulgarians. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm not an expert on this. But yeah, all these people want these bits and pieces of Yugoslavia. And so Yugoslavia sort of disappears. You know, you get the formation of Croatia and Serbia, which is basically a German occupation zone. And all these different countries carve up bits and pieces off of Yugoslavia. Okay, World War II. Yugoslavia somehow, again, happens to end up on the winning side of World War II. And so they reform Yugoslavia, actually increase it, because Italy made the mistake of being on the losing side of World War II, so it lost all these little possessions here. And so Yugoslavia was recreated. Now, not because of the popular will of the Yugoslavian people, or the people in the territory there, but because of Tito being a rather successful military leader. Not that he conquered Yugoslavia, God no, but he was the only one that was viable as a military leader and army in there. And the Soviet Red Army coming in and saying, hey, this is Yugoslavia. Soviet Union says this is Yugoslavia. And Churchill is like, yeah, well, if you stay out of Greece, we'll acknowledge your occupation of Yugoslavia. Basically, that's why the Greeks were able to win their civil war with the communists, because more or less the Soviets stayed out, because that was sort of a British zone, was Greece and that. So Yugoslavia survives only because of Soviet saying that they survive. Not because there's any national identity of Yugoslavia. I'm sure all the Serbians liked Greater Serbia, called Yugoslavia, but the country is not a true national identity. It is a state, not a nation. Serbia is a state. I mean, a nation. Croatia is, I guess, a nation. And so then as soon as you're getting the, almost as soon as you get the idea that there is no longer a Soviet protector for Yugoslavia, you get Slovenia deciding to, no, we're out. And then, well, you mean you get to come out? Well, okay, we're out. Croatia, gets out, and then Bosnia, and the whole thing breaks apart. Okay, so that shows that the only reason Yugoslavia got to exist was basically because Soviet Union said so. Now, Slovenia only exists because, well, Austria, Italy, and Yeah, basically those two countries. Sort of kind of says you get to. Because either one of them can walk in tomorrow and take Slovenia. It is not going to be able to defend itself. Now, Croatia is a bit bigger. Bosnia is a bit bigger. But, yeah, they can't defend themselves if, say, Hungary really wants to take a few chunk piece of land. They cannot defend themselves. Now, it would be a more bloody fight than Austria deciding to own Slovenia again. But it would not, it would not be something they get to do. So a lot of these European countries only really exist because people say so. Why does Bessarabia exist as some sort of pseudo country? Well, because the Soviet Union broke up and no one's quite comfortable with Romania getting the land back. Ukraine, who is it going to be? Ukrainian? Is it going to be Romanian? Who's, Kaliningrad, that's the wackiest thing up here. One's called Memel. That's still part of Mother Russia to this day in sort of military zone or whatever, because Russia wanted it and they didn't want to give it up. So that's why a lot of these things still sort of exist. It isn't because they can defend themselves. It's because greater powers say they do. What is everybody saying during this? Okay, we've been going through that. The Dutch and the Norse army, reasonable, not perfect, but hello, Nagaro. How you doing? Why is it 1940? There's still parts of Czechland around. Not quite sure what you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about here. This is Moravia and this is Bohemia as an occupation zone. The mod makers. This is not Czech. This is the Reich Commissariat of Bohemia and Moravia, occupied state here. If that's what you're talking about. Hey, John Beth. Well, international outrage. Are you not outraged by the death? Well, no, not death camps, I think mostly, but by the concentration camps and have I been banned yet on in China as Chinese overlords that control Google banned me yet for saying that there are concentration camps or outrage over occupation of Tibet by communist China? Did you buy your t-shirts made in China today? Or your other little BS whatever things? Yeah, you probably did. What about all this outrage? They occupy Tibet. They occupy out here. And they put people in concentration camps. Outrage. International outrage. What's Putin doing in Chechnya right around now? Sort of what up in here. Anybody outraged about Russian ongoing war in Ukraine? Anything about we still haven't changed our maps to say that this is Russia yet. We still say this is Ukraine. How's your international outrage doing now? That's the silliness with international outrage. Governments use it to justify their actions. So, what was I seeing? Oh, that's right. One of the actually rather good Twitter historians that put stuff talked about killing of Patrice Lumumba of the Belgian Congo by Western forces. He was a communist leader in Congo, supported the Soviet Union. He gets killed. Well, in Cuba, demonstrations in Havana, outside of the Belgian embassy. Do you freaking think the Cuban people were for 1 second outraged that Patrice Lumumba, hoping I'm pronouncing the last word right, is assassinated by somebody. I'm not right now sure. I'm not sure if we know so much, but maybe people working on behalf of the Belgians, maybe just General Western. Hell no. They were promoted by the communists. You think all of the people that used to march in West Germany, ban the bomb, ban the bomb. See, I'm old. Really wanted the nuclear weapons banned, damn it? No, they were, and records have since shown, because they've been exposed, that they were all paid. Not necessarily every person out there was given money, but the organizations that generated that outrage were supplied money by the Soviet Union. So I'm not saying every little protester holding a sign was given money to do that. I'm saying the organizations that bust people in from different parts of Germany or whatever to in Hamburg or someplace have a demonstration. They weren't just like somebody opened the window and ban the bomb. Yeah, we should all go out in the street and march today. Ban the bomb. No, there was an organization that set up, and that money was paid for by the Soviet Union. All of in America this last year and continuing into this year and continuing into the Biden administration, all the disband the police marches in America and riots that are in America are all paid for by some person or organization. I don't know who. I know there's all kinds of things going around the internet, and probably somebody said every single one person has specified some group, so somebody has to be right. Just simply throwing darts on the board will get the correct answer, but I don't know what the correct answer is. Somebody's paying for it. They just don't all get up and do it. They cannot. It isn't spontaneous. That doesn't mean they don't generate the outrage and people don't work themselves up in being mad, but it's all done by whether state actors, governments, or NGOs, non-government organizations. And some NGOs are very, very political. They're not just all Doctors Without Borders to help poor people get medical treatment in the third world. Yeah, great, wonderful. But they're not just all that. There are all kinds of NGOs. Sometimes they have a sort of a secondary political reason. Other times they're primarily. And so that's your international outrage. Because if you look at the level of, let's see, outrage in America that I can find over things like the Ukrainian Holodomor, while it was sort of going on down here, or the very few Jewish demonstrations against, this is before war starts in Europe, maybe generally speaking, but definitely before the U.S. I've been saving all this stuff. The demonstrations that were done primarily by Jews against discrimination of Jews in America. And they're like 10 people standing with signs. Okay? Or the Chinese demonstrations after some bombing of Japan. This is before America's in it and woke and going after Japan. It's like 12 Chinese people and maybe 3 or 4 white people standing with signs. This is the photographic record that I have been able to accumulate of things like protesting against Chinese or Japanese atrocities in China. And they even may be people that were sort of poked by the Chinese embassy to get out there and do it. And when people watch the newsreels, eating their popcorn, because that's how you used to see this stuff, they might have been, wow, they shouldn't be bombing people in Shanghai like that. That's terrible. Somebody should write their congressman. Oh, when's the movie starting? Oh, 2 more minutes? Great, let me eat some popcorn. And they're back to life. That's fucking international outrage. That's real, without real state actors putting real money behind it. It's all a lot of BS. And I've watched the Cold War. I'm watching what's going on today. All of the stuff for good or for bad, whether you like it or you dislike it. All the demonstrations going on in Europe now, pro-mask, anti-mask, whatever it is. Now, they're not all Putin. They're not all, the Yellow Vest movement. Yeah, those are French people that are outraged, but there is money and organization behind it. Now, it may be for the Yellow Vest movement was, I don't know if it's still being active, it was a lot of the trucking and farming industry organizations, maybe unions, I don't know. They were outraged because it was fuel taxes in France that were going to harm their jobs, okay? So there was organization money behind it. I'm not trying to say all of this is like evil Putin or evil America doing it in the modern sense. It's organizations that are sometimes non-state, and they may be local to like France, but that is your international outrage, and they just use it. So yeah, I'm calling BS on real international outrage that would stop the U.S. from just taking Greenland. Now, I could see governments becoming outraged if tomorrow the U.S. invade Denmark and decides to line up against brick walls and shooting the remnants of the Danish army and just killing them all, and everybody going, oh my fucking God, we've got to create an anti-American NATO. I mean, they wouldn't maybe do anything over Denmark because that would be too late, but they would start building up and preparing to deal with America coming into their own country. Okay, but if America just says, like, yeah, Denmark, what are you going to do? Call your mommy? Who's that? America? If we just decide to, and we'll even do a good settlement. We'll give you, billions of dollars for it, because we want to have more control of, the Arctic Ocean up there, Arctic Sea. I guess it's more of a sea. It's not an ocean. But we want to control that more. We want to build, whatever, air bases or something. And yeah, we'll pay money for any of the Danish citizens who live here and who want to move back into Denmark. No, there's going to be no real outrage. We just this is, wilderness. We're taking it. Sorry, but we're taking it if we wanted to. Let me read what Nagaro was saying. Well, in all the world, Germans don't like the idea of become nuclear battlefield. Well, yeah, they don't want to be the nuclear battlefield. The feeling trends not to be part of the nuclear world. Weapon usage. If Canada joined America, imagine how much better the broad would look. I don't quite entirely get that, Stormtrooper. Yeah. Leave and subscribe. Thank you. You can join us on Discord. Yes, if you want to post the link to the Discord server, Nagaro, you can do so. You know how to go into the server and click up their generate invite code. If you want to do that, people can join our Discord server. And so, yeah, it's, does sort of come down to political will. Okay, well, we're going to start sending, I guess let's just do it this way. Okay, well that will get us there. Okay, this is this colonial, this is the fascist unit. Okay, you come down to here and you come down to Trieste. We're going to move you down to there just to sort of occupy our little island. Yes, very good, Martin. I did see you post there the other day. I think it was you. Oh, you're on your Chinese smartphone. Okay, no problem. I get you. Yeah, and it's things like that, your Chinese smartphone or whatever, that is really hard to avoid buying stuff from China. I'm not trying to blame, and Arno does it, very good. I am not trying to blame people for buying Chinese products just because we've allowed to China to become such a supplier of these products. I will not knowingly buy food from China, but it's more of a food safety issue than that. And if I was ever presented knowingly, a choice between buying a Chinese product and a non-Chinese product, and even if as long as they're both affordable, I would buy the non-Chinese product if I knew, like, oh, these shoes are made in India and those shoes are made in China. I'll buy the Indian-made shoes. So long as they're both reasonably affordable. Even if it's a little more expensive, I would buy it. But just combination of ignorance, of a particular product where it's made or whatever. So I'm not like, hey, so all these people that want social justice and racial justice, there is slavery, literally slavery going on. And I don't mean just 5 people. I mean hundreds of thousands of people. There is slavery going on in China. And it's also slavery based on certain racial and ethnic groups, both racial and ethnic groups. Now, they're not black Africans, no, but they're the Uyghurs, as well as some other minority groups, including Tibetans. There's also there's slavery going on. Some of it is racial and ethnic based. Some of it is other based, but there's literally slavery going on for products that people buy in America. And they're all up in arms about Trump's racism, whatever that may be. He once threw some black people out of one of his apartment buildings. Well, he didn't, but his apartment manager did, and he didn't stop the apartment manager or whatever, supposed Trump's racism. Cantonese are Southern Chinese. I don't think, outside of sort of the Hong Kong issue, there really isn't, Cantonese are a type of Han Chinese. They speak Cantonese instead of Mandarin. Cantonese is, I think, a more complex language. At least I knew when I was taking Japanese in high school, I went to an international studies, sort of Pacific Rim, because we're in California here, kind of stuff that we had some language choices, and that's particularly why I went to it. I studied Japanese. Some students were studying Chinese, and some other students were studying Russian. You had to take, most everybody took those. A few people, I think, were still taking Spanish. So I took Japanese for my foreign language stuff. But the Chinese, they really talked that Cantonese was a more complex version of language, similar to Mandarin Chinese. But yeah, one of the big things about you is we don't get food exports from places like China. Very good. I bet you can't find high-tech product in my household without Chinese stuff inside of it. That's very likely. Now, some companies, or a lot of the tech companies, not all of them, but a lot of them are Taiwanese-based that have been moved a lot of their manufacture to China. Some of them because of Trump, though I'm sure they're going to go, now we don't have to keep moving it to India, because they had been moving some. Oh, and actually I think they've been moving it to Vietnam. They've been moving some of their manufacturing to Vietnam, because now that Biden's back in, it's China. So I don't know if I didn't actually watch the clip, but within the last week or so, Biden said, well, I can't really complain about other cultures and the way they work. That's just the way the Chinese are doing things with the concentration camps when asked about it. He's totally excusing China for their concentration camps. So if you people don't think that it's back on board with Chinese slavery and racial whatever, you're gravely mistaken. It's now going full strength. You support that attack, and you support that attack. See if that helps. India is a slave world as well as China. I don't know. Now, I don't know what you're meaning by that, because I don't know of government slave camps in India. Now, I do know their caste system. So if you're just simply talking about the caste system, yeah, I find that rather unpleasant. But to the best of my understanding, it is not slavery. Hello, Beamslam. And I'm not talking about quote-unquote slavery of low-wage workers that are desperate for jobs and will take just any job they can get. I'm talking about actual people forced into camps, locked behind barbed wire, and at functionally gunpoint or at beatings and whippings told to do work without pay. I'm not talking just like third world employees that are getting, near slave wages, blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm not saying that's good, but that ain't slavery. Okay, there are significant differences. How about Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and Finland form Northern Unionists? Well, I know somebody who wouldn't be object to that so long as it was called Norway and they were in charge. And then I'm sure there's some other people that would there's almost they should. If the world, if they were not protected by an international system, because Finland couldn't probably survive because they lucked out in the Winter War. Had that been a summer war, they would have lost, even with all the purges. I mean, they also lucked out that the Soviet Union had the purges, both getting rid of good officers and making the other officers too scared to do anything on their own. And of course, lucked out that it happened in winter. So Finland lucks out. And it's sort of Soviet Union still fighting the Germans, them ending hostilities and turning around and fighting the Germans, and generally sort of NATO going, yeah, we promise we won't include Finland in NATO if you don't invade them either, keep them pseudo, as a buffer state. That's the only reason Finland survives, in my opinion, to this day. If Putin really had his shit together, he wants to get Finland back into the greater Russian Empire. So, and I know Finns are a different culture than the rest of Scandinavia, but, and like nations like, Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania, they only survive because of Western protection. That's the only reason they survive to this day. They cannot defend themselves. So like when I'm saying slavery, I'm meaning literal slavery, Nagaro. I'm not meaning metaphorically. I'm meaning literal. Now they'd be able to take. There could be long-term guerrilla operations in Finland. But the Soviets could easily take all the major ports and go, they're ours. Yeah, they could. I don't know the reason for the... I don't know. I can speculate on Finland. Okay. This is a tale of two guys. One named Ribbentrop and one named Molotov. They get together in Moscow and start talking. While this is going on, there are, and I forget the names, there are three guys in Leningrad talking. One, a British admiral, again I forget his name, another French diplomat, and a third, another member, though not the main, Molotov is the foreign minister of the Soviet Union, but some like deputy foreign minister or something like that of the Soviet Union are talking in Leningrad. These are both happening at the same exact time. I don't know if the Germans knew of the Leningrad talks because they sort of kind of come up and around. This is before World War II starts. I don't know if the Germans know of the Leningrad talks. I'm pretty damn sure, well, I'm pretty sure the Western Allies did not know of the Molotov-Ribbentrop talks. But I may be wrong on that too. If somebody knows now or in the future, correct me below. I would really be interested. If somebody truly knows, not just speculates. So there's these two talks going on. France and Britain are realizing that Germany's becoming a problem, a real problem, and any new aggression is going to mean war. And they want to get old Russia on their side, even if it's politically controlled by the Soviet. And Stalin is like, or, through his representatives, like, well, okay, yeah, out. Don't know if they mention Finland, but they go, well, what about places like Latvia and Estonia and Lithuania? What about sort of some Polish territory? Would you have any serious objection if your new ally were to sort of kind of feel that Estonia should be there should be an Estonian Soviet and a Lithuanian Soviet and a Polish Soviet. Now, of course, all these Soviets would be part of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Would you have any particular objection to that? They go, well, fuck yeah, they're countries. You can't just invade countries. We just want you to do the right thing and oppose Nazi aggressionism. This is why I really very much, if the Secret Services knew about the Moscow meetings or what was really going on there, if they did, they really didn't know what was being negotiated in the other place. And so Molotov and Ribbentrop are hanging out in Moscow, and they're going, well, what about? And Ribbentrop is going, well, yeah, Finland, that's in your sphere of influence. You get to sort of do what you want in Finland. Estonia, yeah, that's in your sphere of influence. Latvia, why is it looking so freaking... I don't know what they're doing to these damn state things, but does it really go that far in? I thought we just go like to here. I don't know. Latvia, yeah, that's in... I guess it did. Yeah, I guess it did. Just looks sort of odd. Latvia, that's in your sphere of influence. Lithuania now, that's in ours. Okay. Poland, well, Poland. Let's see. We'll draw a line from... right about, East Prussia here, right about, because some of this does sort of, I don't know, right about here, come down through, right about here, not this bit here, but this bit here, this side of the river, because we want sort of all Moscow, come down here, along this river, and at some point, probably around here, all that will be ours, on this side will be ours, and all this on this side will be your sphere of whatever, your sphere. You get to do with it whatever you will. You want to set up a Poland, an East Poland or something? Cool. You want to turn it into, empty land with no people? Cool. Whatever you want to do with it, cool. I don't think Bessarabia comes up in the Molotov-Ribbentrop thing. I don't know. I quite honestly, I don't know if Romania and Bessarabia come up. Germany is very much, no, here. This is a no Soviet zone. No. So it's there. I definitely know, because once the Soviets get this, Germany send in some divisions sitting in here. Even before really Barbarossa, is very much like, yeah. If you come across this river, this is no zone touching zone down here. The Ploetzi, no zone. So I don't know specifically about Romania. Now Germany had tried to get Romania into an alliance earlier, and Romania said, fuck off. We're Latins. We like France and the West. We don't want to be under German or whatever control. Fuck off. Didn't work out well for them, but they said fuck off. So they could have sort of kept all their greater territory had they been on the winning side ultimately of the war. But even before the war starts, they definitely would have kept all their territory. They said fuck off. So these two gentlemen signed the Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact. Well, Germany, 2 weeks later, invades Poland. I know we're talking about Finland and whatnot, but in the Winter War, invades. Well, Germany does really, really well in its invasion and sort of gets to this border. And they sort of have a parade over here along with the Soviets. There's some cool photos of a small joint military parade. Some Soviet tanks, some I almost said American, but some German tanks in the parade. Yeah, nice little get together in Brest-Litovsk. And Germany just sort of stays here with, I guess, some sort of communication. Hey, we'll work this out soon. Okay, then what they do is they get together and sign the 1940, I think this is the 1940 commercial agreement that again has some other protocols within it. Now, before the Soviet invasion of these two countries, Germany is saying, come ye all Germans, get the fuck out of these countries now, get out. And they get about, I would say about 70 to 80% of German-speaking people out of these two countries. They don't do that for Lithuania. Lithuania, no. Don't do that. Just for these countries. Get out now while you can. Well, the Soviet Union, with this commercial agreement here, was all this territory is going to stay in Germany's possession. We're swapping over Lithuania to being Soviet territory, the Soviet sphere. Now, after the Soviet invasion and occupation up here, there's a second move to get the last 20 plus or so percent of Germans out. Now, they don't get compensated money-wise like the earlier group does for their land. They just get refugeed out. Most of all these people are settled into this sort of part of Poland right in here. They settle these Eastern Germans there. Basically going, hey, that's a really nice farm you have there, Polish person. You better pack up real fast. Leave all the farming equipment there and everything fine. Pack your clothes up real fast. Get out. And so they have to refugee out and put Germans. Sometimes it's really, really pathetic. They're putting not all, but most of the Germans are sort of urbanite professionals in this part of the world of various types. Maybe blue-collar professionals, working men, but they're sort of urbanite types, most of them. Or there's landowners that are just sort of land managers, but not farmers. There are farmers too, and so you get people that have no skills at running farms. They've never run on a farm their life, given farmland and told to produce food for the Reich. It goes miserably. Okay, well, the Finns are definitely a more strategic, as you mentioned, the swamps and everything, problem. Now, since coming in here works so well, they think that they can, no, it's a little off, yeah. They think they can demand this little port area out here and to change to, not this whole area, but a little port, and change to this basic border. They think they can demand that, basically this. And like the Romanians caved, they think the Finns will just cave. It shocks the hell out of them that the Finns really mean to defend their territory. That is why I think it happens in winter. It's just because they didn't think it was going to be an issue. They thought the Finns would cave. And they don't. And because they realize if they don't fight, the next time they demand land somewhere else, no one's going to pay attention to them. So they immediately go in and get their asses kicked. Hope that is reasonably correct, and hope that explains the question. Let's see. Yes. War Thunder tomorrow. Are you leaving or something? Or I don't know. Girl. It's all unfair. Finland would allow German or Western Army into Leningrad. No, he did not fear that. Because he did not fear Germany, because Germany, part of the Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact, said, Finland's yours, dude. Have fun with it. So he did not fear that. I think it was his idea. If you want ice cream pool, good to go. Yeah, one country going to have a generous day. Molotov Pact allowed Russia to keep Bessarabia in their sphere of influence. Okay, did it? I just don't specifically know, Ragar. The Finns second most industrialized, also good farmland. Yeah, so very much, and I just did not know about Bessarabia. I definitely know the Germans that particularly here, but core Romania was a no-no zone for the Soviets. And so now it was pushed partially by the French, but very heavily by Churchill when he was First Lord of the Admiralty, of wanting to send forces to help Finland, but not the best idea for multiple reasons. Not the best idea. And I don't really think Stalin feared Britain and France occupying into Finland and threatening his nation at that time. After the war, when NATO, even before NATO's formed and whatnot, but he's worried about, after Germany collapses and American and British occupation of Western Europe. Yeah, he's worried then, but he's not worried about it pre-war. This is more of just expansionism, I would say, from Soviet. There. Hello, Toastman. How you doing? Stalin took the Finns' northern part within the first days to block any Western landings if they should decide to come. Yeah, but that's only because the war is starting. And I don't know that they ever successfully take up here. I mean, maybe they do, but the Germans invest in, I don't know, is it Pestamo or is it Petsamo? Or I don't know how you break that word up. There's a nickel mine, nickel mining up there, at least was back then, that was rather important to Germany. And Germany invests in it, in expanding the production, and they're very concerned about protecting it from Soviet operation. Now, this is obviously coming after the Winter War, and sort of with the Winter War happening, the Finns fighting, Germany does not send any troops, but does allow various support elements in, I think some weapons and munitions and whatnot into Finland. Definitely the Swedes are putting in troops, volunteers that formerly 5 minutes ago were in the Swedish army. Now they were volunteers truly, but yeah, that were going over, but they were allowing Swedes in. They're allowing Swedish trained personnel to go in and fight in Finland. So yeah, Germany is very much after the Winter War, before the war with the Soviet Union starts, is investing in the nickel mines up here, because it becomes a there's nickel and industry up there, and so they're very worried. I don't think, again, guys, I'm not an expert on everything. I know a lot. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. I know that for sure. I don't think they actually ever occupy this area up here, but this is not really a viable invasion route for the Western powers. One, there's very, very little infrastructure. There is some, but there's very little. And two, you're getting awfully close to, Soviet air operations for, naval, Soviet air operations attack, shipping out into here and whatnot. We're landing over here in Narvik and coming across Sweden and down in through here. And the railway network, I think, sort of comes a little bit more this way. But coming in here, that's the viable way to get in without, with Germany closing things down here. That's the viable way in, is across Sweden. I think there is some railway come through here, but again, now it may only open parts of the year. I do understand that once, things going on and Germany controls up here, again, they're shipping out of some of the resources. I'm not really sure how much they're coming through here. Yes, they did. It was What was the Sonic fighters that Germany had? Not exactly sure. The big old ground, but modern Finnish army has 900,000 men on the books, both active. Yes. Oh, well, Finland, unlike a lot of nations, and notice when I was saying Russia can take Finland if it really wants to, but it's going to be a hard fight. They're one of the nations that, see, I was definitely on the idea that Sweden could defend itself, even from modern day Russia. And we're taking nukes off the table here. We're not going, because Russia has enough nukes to kill everybody in Sweden tomorrow if they really wanted to. Yeah, we know that. But if they're going to use conventional weapons, Russia, because of geography, because of military power, Sweden, and since the Cold War is over and Putin's become a serious thing, and they've rearmed themselves. Finland's never really dropped their conscription and whatnot. They are better, but they couldn't hold out without serious NATO type support. They just couldn't. I'm sorry, they couldn't. Now they're stronger than Ukraine. Yeah. And Russia could take Ukraine if it wanted to, but they are sort of worried about that international outrage, but more of governments and whatnot than people. Sweden has less men than Norway. Maybe. I don't know right offhand, but Sweden knows how to build tanks. Sweden knows how to build aircraft. Sweden knows how to build ships. Norway can't build tanks or aircraft. I don't know if they build ships. I just don't know. So Sweden has the ability to defend themselves much better. And Sweden has a larger population that if they might need to recruit up, some more divisions to invade Norway and take Norway. But they can do it. That it's, current Russia is more interested in North Pole resources than Sweden. Well, yeah, but how do I put this? And this is becoming a lecture session as things. When Artillery Commander Napoleon is outside Toulon, directing artillery pieces firing at British positions that the Royalists invite Britain into the main French naval base in the world is Toulon. The second one is Brest, up over here for you Americans who don't know where Brests are. No, I did pluralize that, I know. Get invited in one day. And they go, what? Yeah, okay. So they show up, and the Spanish show up and are holding it. Well, Napoleon is basically the person responsible. The single most responsible person for driving the British out of Toulon. But when he's there as a fervent revolutionary there, he is not dreaming or thinking of marching the French army to Moscow, okay? Now, of course, Artillery Commander Napoleon, eventually as Emperor of the French, Napoleon does so. Ambitions grow with success. Okay? Now, was Napoleon, when he's fighting the English at Toulon, and the Spaniards, and the French Royalists, and the Neapolitan troops from down here, they were Bourbon troops, and maybe a few other random units that were sent into there. Was he thinking he was going to become the leader of France at that time? Or was that like a goal in his mind? I'm going to, become an excellent general and then take over France. he does so well here. Then, of course, and I don't know all the details of his history, but then he's next, he's like given the army to go, hey, take over Italy. And that goes well. And he's doing really well. And he goes, hey, it would really help us to take over here, that then we would be able to trade with all these great, cool places out here that the British deny us. So the directorate is like, yeah, Napoleon's scary, scary, scary. Yeah, you want to take your army and go to Egypt with it? Yeah, please, take your army and go to Egypt. Okay. And even if it costs us the French Navy, which it basically costs us the French Navy, gets sunk by Nelson. So Napoleon's army is trapped in Egypt and can't get out. Eventually surrenders to the British, after a year or two or whatever it is. He eventually escapes out of Egypt once he sort of conquered Egypt. And he takes over, the French government. Coming back there. And he's able to do it without his loyal army he's abandoned back in Egypt. But, okay, so he takes over the government. He's not firmly in control of that government at first. Talleyrand, a few others. I mean, they've gotten rid of Robespierre long since, but the directorate is overthrown, and it's a coalition situation with Napoleon at the top of the coalition that's running France. Eventually, he is made emperor, and he's eventually, it's all him. It's no longer, his power base is not, coalitioned with anybody else. It's all him. Man, look at this AI is not defending the ports. Are they trying to get Britain to invade so then they could, destroy the force? I don't. But yeah, just noticing all the defenses against mean, evil Vichy France. But yeah, defending that, pesky coastline. Yeah. Okay, AI. Sorry, I'm jumping around from things. But yeah, so you have, Napoleon's ambitions become greater and greater until he leads his army to destruction in Moscow, not by an enemy army, but by enemy actions of destroying all food reserves and burning down most of Moscow. It was very much a wooden city. And then, of course, a very brutal winter sets in after that and destroys most of the Grande Armée. Is destroyed in that. I mean, I think it's less than 10% march back out. Now, he has lots of other armies around, but his beautiful Grande Armée is gone. So, yeah, ambitions go. So if, whether it's Putin or Putin's successor, somehow gets to control Norway, Finland, Sweden is now in danger because, hey, we're just the next stepping stone. So nations, militaries, and defense have to look long term. They have to kind of I hear you about Putin's more worried about now, today, resources up in the Arctic Sea. Okay, I agree. Then Sweden. But whether it's Putin or Putin's successor, if Finland falls, where's the next aggressive move? So Sweden is worried about this again, because when it was Yeltsin's Russia, you may have heard of Yeltsin, I don't know, Russia, it was Russia that just had lost a lot of territory. Belarus is sort of maybe we're going to go independent. Ukraine's definitely going independent. And Sweden disarmed considerably because the Cold War was over and there was no longer a threat. Now they're looking like, oh shit, he may be back again. And so Sweden has been up-arming again. This was a few years ago I was looking at it. I don't know what it's doing now, but I'm sure it's not disarming now because it's worried about what Russia might do in years to come. And they want to be ready to maybe send a division or two to Finland if Russia's becoming too aggressive. Sweden builds a new. Yep, they're building some coastal vessels. Well, yeah, Sweden should build coastal vessels because they obviously are not a blue water nation. Norwegians have some light ships building. Cool, big bone. I did not know. I wasn't sure about it. I know the arms industry in Norway is almost non-existent nowadays, so they don't build like artillery pieces or tanks or anything like that. He was only captain, later brigade commander at Toulon, right? And guess he had no idea about ruling France. Yes. I know he was, yeah, that's why I was saying artillery commander. He was commanding a battery at parts of Toulon and then eventually moves up. But he is the single person most responsible for driving the British out, in my opinion. I didn't say he was the commander of all the forces here, but his actions of dislodging them. I read, it's been years now, but I read the book. See, it's here on my shelf. Let me get the title correct. Where is it here? The Fall of Toulon by Bernard Ireland. I read the book of that, The Fall of Toulon, which recounts the British occupation and being pushed out of it, and it's told from the British perspective of Toulon. So he's, and he is the person that forces into several key of the forts that are outside of Toulon. And because those forts fall, it starts to make the whole defenses untenable. And I really do credit Napoleon for doing the drive to take those forts, because it's not a foregone conclusion that they would have fallen otherwise. Because the royalist forces the revolutionary forces weren't, they were building up strength. I'm not saying they would have held out forever, but it was no foregone conclusion that it was going to fall in those sort of time periods that they were talking. You need to keep in mind that Russia is a demographic crisis with a rapidly aging population. They still haven't fully recovered from World War II. Which limits their military capacity. Well, there's a lot of things limiting their military capacity. I would say economics is a bigger limitation, but I don't know. I look at that Armata program that Russians build these really new great tanks that then everybody eventually, and it's really pokes Germany into looking at something to replace Leopard 2 and also upgrading Leopard 2. Because Germany is like going, hey, yeah, Baltic states, this time Poland, we actually mean to defend you, not accidentally occupy you while we're claiming to defend you, because we really don't want Russian occupation here. We really don't want Russian heavy influence into our neighbor. I really do believe modern day Germany may not like the Polish government and the Polish policies, but they really mean to defend Poland from Russian aggression. But the Armata tanks become sort of like, everybody eventually realizes, those are just sort of a special production of a limited number of them. They're sticking with the good old T-80s and whatnot as their main tanks. Okay. So yeah, I'd say it's more, economics, and economics of maintaining large standing armies, economics of maintaining navies. The Russian Navy is nothing like the Soviet Navy was. I don't even know how many ships they can functionally get out of port in a ready to operate manner. Yeah, they can, do little Russian naval operations around the Black Sea and whatnot, but they ain't what they used to be. And so, yeah. Okay, guys, I think we're going to end the episode here. I want to thank you all. Hope I was entertaining. Accidentally occupy, yes. So, countries do that once in a while. I think Switzerland accidentally invaded Liechtenstein one day. Just for a few hours, some of their military troops just went across the little border there. Or was it the Austrians invading Liechtenstein? I don't know. But something like that happened. Okay. Thanks, everyone. See you next time for more, yes, even more Hearts of Iron of some sort. And guys, let's save this here. I think we're going to call it a day here. Tomorrow, I will be playing War Thunder. I hope you guys will come and join me. Some special streams, and I won't go into saying other than special streams, are planned for next weekend. The Saturday morning stream next weekend will not be, at least starting it, will not be Hearts of Iron. It will be something else. Won't go into more than that. But yeah, some special stuff coming up next weekend. So we will be doing that, including whatever. So follow the channel, subscribe, whatever, so you can maybe catch some of those once they start happening. So thanks, everyone. See you soon, I do hope.